The spirit of Scotland's ancient links, alive and well at the picturesque Bandon Dunes Golf Resort here on the central coast of Oregon. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner. And Frank, you look out at this magnificent complex here in Oregon. You can almost talk yourself into believing that you're in Scotland. What are you thinking about when you're getting ready to play a links-style course like this?
Well, what's the best shot I can take with my camera around the golf course? So, yeah, it's stunning, but links golf's fun. Let the ball go to the ground every now and again if you're in trouble or in two minds. Nothing wrong with letting that ball bounce a little short and running its way up onto the green.
This one's starting a hair right. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow-through, and a good start to this hole. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Noda Begay is walking the course, looking at this birdie putt.
And he's got to be happy where this ball wound up. Just slightly uphill, looks almost dead straight.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. So from the fairway to the green, two putts and in. That's a good, solid par here at the first. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. Two bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. Okay, center of the green, good shot. A lot of movement coming left here, this for birdie.
Yeah, very easy to get psyched out by the movement and leave it short like that.
Oh, he's saying, where's the turn? It didn't move nearly as much as he anticipated. So a first drop shot on the card. It's a bogey here at number 2. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. A little too much roll on the back end there, and this is going to wind up diving into the heavy stuff. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Yeah, a little short, but that's pretty good effort there. A dead-on look here for birdie. Yeah, that's what he needed. A good bounce-back birdie there after losing that shot at the second. Can start over as he's back to even par. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
this from about 10 feet. Yes, nicely done. It's in for birdie, and it's into red figures now at 1 under par. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 fifth. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
The number is 129, all the way to the flagstick. Pin on the right-hand side, so plenty of room to the left of it.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realise if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, good job to limit the damage as that's in for a bogey. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 sixth. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. We head away from the coast now due east as we come to the par 4 7. A big wide fairway should make the tee shot manageable, but from there, this 3-tiered clover-shaped green provides a lot of opportunities for 3 putts if that approach wedge is not dialed in. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Wasn't right down the middle, but it wasn't bad at all. Coming at this second shot from the right side of the fairway.
It's hard to get a putt this long on this green. That is a long way away, but now you really have to concentrate and try and 2-putt from here because this is very much in the 3-putt zone.
Whoa, slow down. Oh, that's not what you're hoping for in a birdie putt. That'll go all the way off the green. Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
Nope. Well, he came into this hole at even par, but with a double, he walks off at 2 over. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or bomb it over those 2 fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach. And that one not going to stop in time. It'll roll all the way into the bunker. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Birdie putt coming up, down to Noda.
And this is a putt you should make 7 out of 10 times. Looks to be dead straight, nothing to push it offline.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Disappointment there. That'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Well, whereas the 8th was a short par 4, nothing short about our closing hole here on this front side. The par 5 9th topping out at 585 yards, the longest hole on the course. That said, birdie is certainly not out of the equation. That is, if you can avoid the pot bunkers in the landing area off the tee. And that, I do believe, is into the bunker. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with the 3, and that's a possibility. So now this, just outside of 20 feet for eagle. Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And the card will show he goes out in 37, 1 over par. We begin the back 9 here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4 measuring out at the 380 yards. It's yet another hole where that blue ocean catches your eye in the distance beyond. This hole, fairly straightforward, but big hitters should take note of that pot bunker that sits about 30 yards short of the green. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. "13 feet away. That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The 11th here at Bandon Dunes at 452 yards of par 4. The putt bunker left of the fairway is the main concern on the tee shot. From there, an uphill second takes you to a green that slopes away and back toward the ocean beyond. While sitting on an upslope here, you've got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that lie. One over for the day. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. That is not the spot to be. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
Thick rough, that's for sure. You can really see it slow the club face down. Ball's come up way short.
That one just going to sneak on by. Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Birdie putt now moving to his right. That's a good putt right there. That's a birdie, and it is back to 1 over now for the round. On to a tough one now, the par 4 14th, listed at 390 yards. Pot bunkers are the worry here. There are 5 of them to contend with all told, and none are easy outs. The green is a narrow one as well, with a good amount of tilt from back to front. Ooh, that started well right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Not a big issue, though it is in the rough. Should have a go at this one. Second shot now, 14th hole.
This is why so many players today favour distance. Good tee shot down there, nice and close to the green. Even though it's coming out of the rough, excellent chance for a birdie.
Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day. 4 holes to go as we come to the par 3 15th, measuring at 206 yards. Best to avoid the short right bunker, which is the deepest on the golf course. putting one in the center of this plateau green is not a bad play here. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Eight-foot putt here. Oh, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. So a drop shot right there, and now at 1 over par for the day. Maybe the prettiest hole on the golf course, this par 4 60. A plethora of options off the tee. Most end up deciding to see just how close to the green they can get it. Beware, though, of the ever-present bend and dunes pot bunkers, as well as some pretty thick gorse off to the right. And that one a little wayward. It bounds off the fairway and right into the thick rough. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation. Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Disappointment there. That'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. A lot of these holes here at Bend and Dunes have big, wide landing areas. That is not the case here at the par 4 17. You'll need to thread the needle here with bunkers on either side, thick rough on the left, and a canyon to the right. But a safe drive in the fairway can yield a pretty good look at your second. That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff. A look here for birdie at 17.
And this putt might just try to get away to the right, but not much at all.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bend and Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in two. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. That's a nice shot right there, landed just short, released onto the green, and now a chance for an eagle 3. Yeah, that's good pace, just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And that will close out an even par round of 72. So that was a good day on the course, Frank. Anytime you can look down at the card and count up 6 birdies, you know you're doing something right.
Especially on this golf course.